I'm Kyle Gallagher. I'm joined now by Director of Education for the Lloydminster Catholic School Division, Doug Robertson. Doug, thanks for taking the time to sit down with me.
It's really a pleasure to be here.
All right, so we had a very interesting year. First, I want to start off by talking about some of the programs you had that really stood out this year.
Well, we have a number of things that have been in our project plans for a number of years, and the largest one for us is our whole early childhood development project. And that is really having a huge influence on our pre-K kindergarten program as well as our grades 1 to 3. So that was probably the thing in our community that we would celebrate the most is the expansion of our pre-kindergarten to Alberta residents. That's new, as well as expansion into full-time kindergarten at Mother Teresa. That too is new. So now we have a real opportunity for parents to decide what's best for their child in terms of full-time kindergarten or kindergarten plus in the other buildings, which is full-time but 3 days a week, or French immersion programming in terms of a French kindergarten program. So those are all really exciting developments in just this 1 year.
Another one I found very interesting was your transitional program, where you said this year, by November, you had almost 50% of your students already applied for college. I just maybe talk about the process and how that works for them.
Well, that's another huge piece. From each of our elementary schools, they all go, of course, into just Holy Rosary. And through Holy Rosary, a huge effort is put into place to help students to really find their way in terms of what's next. So just of last Friday, it's even gone up. Just from last Friday alone, December the 13th, now 70% of our current grade 12 class have completed all of the requirements for applying to post-secondary. So that's university in Edmonton, Calgary, Saskatoon. So, and the other students are all busily working at trying to really firm up the market attachment, so going into trades programs or employment right here in Lloydminster. So it's a rather remarkable, we've never been that high at this point of the year before.
All right, and just kind of shifting gears over to the partnerships you guys had this year that you really have with, I know the one we kind of focus on, and I do sports on the weekend, so I was really interested was Holy Rosary getting the lights put in. So maybe just talk about some of the partnerships that you were happy with this year.
Well, that is an amazing partnership. What a success story that is, working with Lloydminster Minor Football Association. We've had an agreement with them for a few years to use St. Mary's Field. Now we expanded it into Holy Rosary to use their field at the Raider Bowl, and we put up lights. So what an incredible opportunity for both our high school football program, but also minor football program to be able to host games in the evening, giving a really special opportunity for parents to be able to come out after work to be able to take in a game. The students love it. It gives them a very different feel to play under the lights. So it's a marvelous opportunity to celebrate that with minor football.
Okay, what are some other partnerships that are new for this year?
Yeah, this was a big year. We've also have signed agreements just brand new this year with Catholic Social Services, where they have leased space in a building adjacent to École St. Thomas. As part of that agreement, we also have them operating our new childcare facility at École St. Thomas called Family Footprints. So it's a 72-seat childcare center that just opened. They'll be phasing in and growing their program up to that capacity over time. But those are two incredible new partnerships that we've just forged in this 1 year as well.
And I know a really exciting time. I was lucky enough to cover the story with you guys. We're able to open 2 brand new buildings this year, the new École St. Thomas and then the Early Childhood Development Center. So maybe just talk about what it was like to finally get those buildings open.
Wow, what a journey that's been over the last 5 years. It was such a dream, really a dream, to open up the new École St. Thomas. There's such a demand for second language programming and especially French immersion programming. So to be able to open a facility that can better handle the capacity of parents who want that special opportunity for the kids, it was very special. So we opened on time, now just even using the Christmas break just to finish up some of the small little deficiencies, but that project couldn't have come out of any sooner. Leaving that building, their old building, gave us a very special opportunity to continue to put our pieces in place for that early childhood. So we were able to use the existing building, which has been, that was our very first school as a Catholic school division going back to 1960. So then we were able to open up Mother Teresa, which very specifically houses all of the learning opportunities for our pre-kindergarten programs citywide for both the Saskatchewan and the Alberta, and full-time kindergarten for both Saskatchewan and Alberta. So that too is really building that early childhood piece, as we're really targeting the fact that we want all students to read at grade level by the end of grade 3.
And I know when the school was opening, a big talk was how there's a big need for schools and how it's almost, Lloydminster's almost an anomaly with the big population boost. So how did these 2 new buildings kind of set you up for the future?
Well, it definitely set up École St. Thomas to have additional growth space as they continue to grow for French immersion programming in kindergarten to grade 7. Mother Teresa allows us to reduce throughout the other 4 English elementary schools or 3 elementary schools to give them just a little bit of extra space to grow into other programs other than kindergarten. So it's trying to balance out our opportunities throughout all buildings so that we can continue to work with the ministry. Showing them the data trains are just amazing. We grew by only 12 less students than Regina Catholic, for instance. You know, that's an amazing little stat by itself. So we need to work with the ministry to be able to show them those data trends, to be able to work towards the future where we can add another expansion onto Holy Rosary, because that's going to be our next immediate need, as well as the possibility of another elementary school.
All right, perfect. Well, Doug, I appreciate you taking some time and coming down and sitting down with me today.
Great. It's a pleasure to be here.
That was Doug Robertson, Director of Education for the Lloydminster Catholic School Division.